With the release of Chapter 6 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, the one thing on our mind is Boruto versus Mitsuki, the fight that we will finally be getting in the 7th chapter of the time skip. However, a lot of people are underestimating Mitsuki. Due to the levels of strength that Boruto has shown in the time skip, he is simply on a different level. But the truth is, Boruto vs Mitsuki is going to be a lot closer than you think, and I'll be breaking down why Mitsuki is actually a worthy contender. The first thing that we have to talk about is the hype and the foreshadowing around this fight. Mitsuki vs Boruto is a fight that has been foreshadowed for quite a long time. Ever since chapter 75, where we saw Boruto see into the future, where he saw a mad Mitsuki saying that he is truly angry and can't control himself. At first, we thought that he was talking about Kawaki, but after the omnipotence, we realized that he was truly talking about Boruto. And in chapter 80, we got blue-balled with the fight between Boruto and Mitsuki, as Boruto simply ran away. And again, in chapter 6 of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, we also got blue-balled, where Boruto, again, he ran away. But in chapter 7, we won't be getting blue-balled, as Mitsuki has met up with Boruto, and Boruto finally decided that it is time for him to fight his old friend in Mitsuki. But this fight wasn't only foreshadowed in the manga, it was also foreshadowed in the anime, as we never really got to see both Boruto and Mitsuki fight all out. In the tuning exam, the one where Boruto didn't cheat, Boruto and Mitsuki were supposed to fight each other, but we got blue-balled. We didn't even get to see the fight. One, because they ran away to go and help Amato, but when they came back to fight and figure out who was truly the stronger opponent, the anime didn't let us see this. This fight has been hyped and foreshadowed for a long period of time, but we will finally be able to see this fight in the next chapter of Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. But I don't think this fight will go as a lot of people foresee it, as a lot of people think that Boruto will be one-shotting Mitsuki. But I simply can't see this taking place. Boruto will win, but he won't one-shot Mitsuki, as if this was supposed to be the case, it would have happened in chapter 6. But this fight is going to be a longer one, and it might even last more than 12 pages, as we will be seeing Mitsuki fighting all out. And we have been shown over and over again how things like rage and one's emotions affect how strong they truly are, which is another upside for Mitsuki. As Boruto 1 is fighting his old friend, so his emotions are going to be on the lower side and are not going to help him in any sort of way, because he will be feeling bad for Mitsuki. But Mitsuki, on the other hand, has the advantage when it comes to the emotions that he is currently feeling, as Mitsuki is feeling complete rage and has to take down Boruto in his mind. And this is just another reason why Mitsuki has to go all out and really show us his true power. Even if he ends up losing, he has to put up a good fight. Mitsuki's Sage Mode has to be crazy, because Mitsuki's entire character is relying on this fight. This fight between Boruto and Mitsuki will affect his character deeply. It may cause him to see Mitsuki as a bum, like a lot of people see Kawaki as, or it will cause a lot of people to start having Mitsuki as one of their fan favorite characters because of how crazy he goes in this chapter and the writing that is behind his Sage Mode and his confrontation with Boruto. Because we have been given a lot of signs and hints that Mitsuki in his Sage Mode or Mitsuki in the time skip is going to be able to fight Otsutsuki level characters, because this is what they were trying to achieve, as we see after Boruto got resurrected and came back into the village, there where Mitsuki and Sarada realized that they were truly side characters in the story right now. As when the fight was happening between Code, Boruto, Kawaki, Naruto, Shikamaru, and all these different characters, they realized that they were not even made aware because they were simply too weak. And because of this weakness and the fact that they really couldn't help Boruto, both of them vowed to become strong enough to actually be participating in the fights to come. And this is what we are seeing in the time skip, as Sarada has been heavily involved, and Mitsuki will be getting his shine too, as he has been especially motivated ever since the omnipotence. Ever since finding out that Naruto died and that Boruto attempted to kill Kawaki, the one he treasures and views as his son, Mitsuki has been a man on a mission, And with the rage that he is having right now, he must have carried that rage throughout his training. Everything he has been doing during the time skip is for him to be able to fight Boruto in the future, as this is his only goal. But Mitsuki isn't the only one who realized that there is something in his Sage Mode that could actually allow him to be quite strong. As Urashiki, when he saw Mitsuki using his Sage Mode, he was like, I never seen chakra used this way. Urashiki is a being that isn't Otsutsuki, which means that he has lived for millennia, thousands of years, but yet he never saw chakra being used this way. And this is very interesting because it's not that he is saying that he never saw this level of chakra. He is saying the way that Mitsuki is using his chakra in his Sage Mode is something that he has never seen before. And before Mitsuki can go and confront Momoshiki, who was fighting Boruto and Naruto, Urashiki made sure that Mitsuki didn't get the chance to go and meet Momoshiki due to the power and the way he was using his chakra. This has caused a lot of people to believe that Mitsuki's Sage Mode, or Sage Mode in general, is an Otsutsuki weakness, because we have seen a couple of hints that may be hinting towards that. Hagoromo and Hamura, one of the main winning factors to them beating Mitsuki was Sage Mode, because Hagoromo learned how to use Sage Mode with the Toad Sage. We also see something similar with Momoshiki. When Momoshiki saw Naruto and Shikamaru come, Naruto, who was only using his Sage Mode power, he looked at it and was like, hold on, Cole, let's team up real quick and let's deal with these characters. Sage Mode has been given a few hints that it could actually be the weakness of various Otsutsukis. This could be the case, and if we do find out that Mitsuki's Sage Mode is the natural weakness for Otsutsuki's, that is going to be crucial for Mitsuki's character and will actually make him a very useful character in the future, especially for characters like Kawaki who want to take care of the Otsutsuki's in general. And don't think these are the only hints that Sage Mode could actually be a weakness for Otsutsuki's, as the only ever time we saw Momoshiki actually help Boruto without taking over his body was during his fight versus Mitsuki, as Momoshiki, using his future sight abilities, was telling Boruto exactly what move Mitsuki was going to do, telling Boruto to go up into the trees, telling Boruto to avoid these attacks, probably due to the fact that Sage Mode could actually harm Boruto a lot more than he suspected. And another reason why this is the case is because we never seen Momoshiki actually help Boruto when it comes to fighting Kawaki. When Boruto and Kawaki were fighting and Boruto got his scar, Momoshiki didn't help Boruto at all. It was only when Mitsuki was using his Sage Mode powers that Momoshiki decided to help Boruto. And I think this is hinted towards Mitsuki's Sage Mode having abilities that are a direct counter to certain Otsutsuki's in general. But let's go down and break down some of Mitsuki's abilities, because a lot of people simply don't know what Mitsuki's Sage Mode truly does. Although we haven't been given a lot of information of what Mitsuki's Sage Mode does, there are a few things that we know for sure. The first thing that we know is that Mitsuki's Sage Mode gives him 2 additional snakes that are attached to him with Sage Chakra, and that he is able to control and also multiply, as we have seen him create multiple different snakes, as we have also seen in chapter 6 and throughout different chapters when Mitsuki used his Sage Mode. It also gives him regenerative abilities, as he was able to heal Sarada and Boruto in the Deepa fight, and he was also able to heal some of his injuries, allowing him to escape from Deepa. It also gives him an insane speed boost, which allowed Mitsuki to run away from Deepa, but it also allowed Mitsuki to speed blitz Orochimaru and Log, but it also allowed Mitsuki to catch up to Boruto, time skip Boruto, who was flying and Mitsuki was running, going through different obstacles like bushes, trees, and buildings, but he was still able to tell Boruto and keep up with him. All know that he had the snake on Boruto, but when Boruto turned around and after landing, Mitsuki was right next to him. It's not that Mitsuki simply tracked Boruto, it's that Mitsuki tracked Boruto and was right next to Boruto throughout the entire time. A few seconds after Boruto lands, Mitsuki is just right there chilling and ready to fight. Mitsuki also possesses purple lightning just like Boruto, and also has advanced levels of sensory abilities, as he was able to sense where Boruto was exactly. I think he got the help of Ada, but in general Mitsuki was able to feel out attacks, especially in the Boruto fight where he knew exactly when Boro was coming. Show in chapter 6 was his ability to knock out Kawaki. I don't know what poison he used or whatever, but he has an ability that is able to knock out Otsutsuki level threats. I'm not saying that Otsutsukis are immune to poison, which it doesn't seem like they are, but he was able to take down characters like Kawaki, which means that if he is able to catch people like Boruto in this attack, he should in theory be able to knock them down just like he did to Kawaki. But the only difference is I doubt Mitsuki will be actually able to catch Boruto into one of these moves due to how fast Boruto is and his teleportation. Even when Mitsuki had him with his snakes, Boruto was still able to escape using his insane battle IQ and the various hacks that Boruto possesses. Boruto's actually too strong, I'm just saying it right there, but Mitsuki is strong too. I can definitely see Mitsuki and Boruto fighting, with Boruto who says, okay, hold on, I might actually have to try, and then he completely destroys Mitsuki. But Mitsuki puts up a strong fight in the beginning, with Boruto having to go like, hold on, okay, I actually will try a little bit more. I won't use my karma, but I will try a little bit more in the same way I was trying versus Code, and then he completely takes down Mitsuki. And don't be surprised if we see Mitsuki put a better fight than Code, because we know that when characters have specific goals that they want to accomplish prior to a time skip, and then a time skip comes, they develop insane levels of power, as we have seen with Sasuke with his goal of taking down Itachi and joining Orochimaru. We saw that compared to Naruto, he was simply on a different level, and Mitsuki has that similar level of rage that blinds him and gives him that ultra focused mentality to focus on getting his goal and achieving that goal, which is to take down Boruto. In addition, I am sure that we are going to learn new abilities that Mitsuki possesses that will solidify him as an Otsutsuki level threat. And this is the beginning. We're going to be seeing how Mitsuki is going to be important in the chapters to come, as he is an Otsutsuki level threat too. And that's what I really hope ends up happening. But this fight is not only to show how strong Mitsuki has become. There is something that is also super important that is being displayed to us in this fight. And that is that Mitsuki will realize, or there are going to be doubts in his mind, that Boruto is actually the true son of Naruto, and that Boruto is truly his son. And a lot of people may disagree with what I'm saying that, oh, they're going to fight and they're not really going to talk, but you guys are really missing an important part of the Naruto series. Unlike a lot of different shonen manga, Naruto fights actually serve a valiant point in people expressing their various ideologies and takes when it comes to the world. As we have seen with Sasuke and Naruto, that when strong opponents fight each other, they don't have to talk to understand each other. They talk through their fists, and they understand each other through fighting. This is why Naruto fights are super important, have allowed various characters to come to understand each other through fighting. Different rivals like Hashirama and Madara, Sasuke and Naruto have come to understand each other through the many fights and trainings that they have had together. And through this fight, I believe that Boruto and Mitsuki will start to understand each other. And when Boruto fights Mitsuki but doesn't actually try to kill him, it will also give Mitsuki another hint that what is actually going on might be fake, and that Boruto is actually his true son. And this is why you have to watch this video right here, as everything is starting to crumble for Kawaki. And if he doesn't lock in with his next opponent, then it actually might be over for Kawaki. So watch this video right here to find out how Kawaki's next fight is his most important one.